transitioning in life, whatever that means to you or for you, whether you're getting out of the military, quitting your job after so many years, it's not easy, right? Like it's totally challenging. But what I like to remind myself is I like to pretend that I'm a special agent. And my assignment was to create an entire communication system, a rat line, like communication network, basically like befriend all these people, live a life, and I have to do it all on my own, right? I have to do it where no one's gonna come do it for me, no one's gonna come save me. I have no other resources than the ones that I create. And I like to remind myself that because I like to think back my time in the military where I'm like, man, dude, like, I wish they would just let us do this. I wish they would just like give me the authority. I wish they would just give me the opportunity to go do this thing. And, stop micromanaging. And then as a civilian, I looked at my life and like, bro, I don't need anyone to I don't have to have approval for anything. I can just go out and do the things that I say I want to do. I can go out and become the things I say I want to become. I don't have to have 10 layers of bureaucracy and red tape to go do it. But how many of those things do you put into your life, right? Like how many of those things are you continuously doing to yourself that's keeping you from pushing yourself forward, right? Keeping you from living the life that you actually want. You don't need anyone's approval. And if you're transitioning through something and you're kind of feeling lost and stuck and not quite sure what you want to do when you grow up, bro, that's sick. I encourage you to reinvent yourself 1,000 more times, because what is like knowing, like what is having it figured out? Like, do you really want to be like everyone else? You're envious of other people, but you don't even know the life they have inside their head. See, that's a whole nother world that we have here. We have this whole other reality that exists in this physical world, but we have one that exists in our mind. And when you're allowing yourself to defeat yourself verbally, mentally, physically, spiritually, you're just keeping yourself in a prison cell that has no doors. And the cool thing about this prison cell, it's hell. And hell is a fun place to be at. And some of you might not agree, but I would disagree. How many times have you allowed yourself to hold yourself back, victimize yourself, not go after that thing you want, not say the thing that you wanted to say? It's because at the end of the day, you love being comfortable. You love hell. Hell is a comfortable place. It's a place with no ambition. It's a place where dreams go to die. It's because we get so stagnant and comfortable. We become so comfortable in the misery of our own reality. Don't believe me? How many times have you been mad before and you're like, man, I really want to not be mad? But you drug it on. And then when you look at that, when the moment shifts for you and you're actually not mad anymore, the only thing that really changed wasn't time. It was you. Time's gonna tick whether you're happy or sad, dead or gone, right? Alive, living, whatever. But what changes is you. So if you realize that the only power that you truly possess in this life is this very moment, this very second, like this, if you look at your watch, you look at your iPhone, your whatever, your clock, whatever time that is saying right there, that's the only power you have. The moments that have passed and elapsed, they don't exist anymore. The moments that have yet to come, they don't exist. So the only thing that you truly have is right now. So if you're feeling lost, down, you're unsure what your next move is going to be in life, bro, that's okay. Everything is fine. We live in this world where we think we have to have everything figured out, and you don't, bro. And most people that act like they have shit figured out, I mean, good, I hope they do, but do you really want their life or do you want yours? Because their calling is different than your calling. Their birth plan is completely different than yours. But we live in this world of stagnation, this mental stagnation, where at the end of the day, the only one that is holding you back is you. So the question you have to ask yourself is what are you really going to do about it? How long are you going to prolong the inevitable? I remember when I was in boot camp, and then you do the swimming portion towards the end, and bro, I'm like, I'm not a swimmer. I wasn't a really good swimmer when I joined the Marine Corps. And boot camp, I wouldn't say they taught me how to swim, because when you show up there, it's like a meat grinder. they just kind of like run you through all the stuff, right? It's just like a whole cattle processing. They're just like running guys through, and guys who didn't need much supervision, they let them kind of progress up to a higher swim qualification. For me, I sucked, so they just like, yep, we're just kind of pushing you through. Like pushing you through, like I passed my basic stuff, but they're like, yeah, there's no way he's passing the next one. So I met my minimum standard. But you hit this part where you have to jump off this tower, and you're jumping off this tower with like a Vietnam freaking helmet, Kevlar helmet. You have this like flak jacket vest, and like I'm like walking up to this ladder and like going up there, and I'm like, I don't like heights in the first place. I'm like, bro, I don't want to jump. Like I'm terrified. I'm gonna hit that water. I'm gonna drown. It's gonna be fucking horrible. It's gonna be so horrible. And so I'm walking up there, and I'm looking towards the edge. I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out so hard. I don't want to go. And some like a drill instructor's down at the bottom of the pool, like, hey, next recruits, or whatever they say, right? Like go. And I know I'm going to go, but I'm absolutely terrified. And so I go. And I apply that to my life now, where it's like, dude, I've done so many things that have physically scared me. But I went. But there's no one in this life that's pushing me. There's no drill instructor in the water telling me, Cody, go for your dreams. Go start that business. Go make the introduction. Go blah, blah, blah. There's no one telling me, there's no one telling me what to do. I have to lead myself. And some of you might be finding yourself like struggling to lead yourself into the next phase of life, leading yourself in like some decisions you're currently facing. What do you want? Because no matter what decisions you make in life, you're not going to make everyone happy. And no matter what decisions you want in life, they're all going to come with a price. And so you have to ask yourself is, how much longer are you going to allow yourself to remain in your prison cell that has no door, trapped inside hell? Because hell feels good, hell's safe. Hell is limiting beliefs, hell is all these great things that we love in this earthly life, right? Like that's my viewpoint. Like there's so many people that live in hell. They're like, oh, I believe in all these things, but I hate myself, I'm fat, I'm holding myself back, I'm a horrible person. But hey, I believe in this one thing, and to me that doesn't make sense, right? And none of it's about being perfect, but it's about being progressive towards progress. So if you know that you want more out of your life, if you know that you're holding yourself back, if you know that, man, I'm at this crossroad and I feel like I need to be doing something, but I've never asked myself, what do I need in this very moment? If you would just ask yourself those questions, you'd be really surprised what will come about. 2 months ago, dude, it was like absolutely dead silence in my life. Like I felt like I was disconnected from God, which I know is impossible. But at the time, that's what I felt like. I knew I wasn't disconnected, but I just knew I was in a phase. I just felt so blank and empty. And I asked myself, I'm like, man, what do I need to be doing? But normally I'm always trying to find like, man, what's that one thing? What's that one thing I'm missing? What's that one thing? What's that, right? That was always that question for me. And instead of doing that normally, what I did is I just embraced the silence. I just embraced the phase of life that I was in. And so many things have happened in those 2 months. I got into dirt biking, enduro riding, like my quality of my time and my family has significantly increased, right? Like getting more things done around the house. Things that I've been putting off because I've just been honestly scared to take action. I've been choosing to live in hell, basically where I'd find myself like sitting on the couch downstairs and like, I'm like, bro, why aren't you just getting up and moving or doing that one thing that you don't need to get done, or go start that thing that you said you were going to do last week? And I'll just sit there and like, I'll death scroll on my phone, or I'll just like, I've just lacked purpose. And not that like I haven't known what to do, I've lacked purpose in like seeing what I'm actually doing with my life. And all those things are fine. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you do have to move forward. You do have to be able to recognize like what is taking place in your life so you can adapt and overcome, because what got you here won't get you there. And despite of what you see from like the whole internet world, like this is your life. What do you want? Because at the end of the day, it's all that matters. What do you want? What is your gut feeling saying? What is your intuition saying? What is your heart and your consciousness saying? Right? These are things that you can use to like help guide you through the next chapters of your life, because your life is a book, right? How do you want to write it? Do you really want to just copy and paste someone else's words, their paragraphs, their storylines, their victories, their defeats? Or do you want to just go out there and pave your own? Not because you're this like independent person, but because you know there's a mission for you. It's just truly up to you to either accept it or just deny it, dismiss it. And I've done that for so long. I've dismissed the calling inside for me for so long because I was just been scared. Like I would do everything else that I know I need to be doing, but that 1 or 2, maybe 5 or 10 things that I know I should stop or not do, I was still doing them. Whether that was a physical activity or like a mental activity, right? Like just mentally inside my mind. And I don't want to live that way, bro. That way is so not cool. Because that level of hell will never, ever give me a taste of heaven that I'm actually looking for. And what I've been looking for this whole entire time has just been right in front of me. But leave it to me, a mortal human, to like think it's always something else. Like, well, when this happens, then I'll feel this way. When this happens, then I'll feel that way. They're just lies we tell ourselves because hell is comfortable and comfort is a lie, right? Like we fall victim to it in many ways. But it doesn't have to be our story. It doesn't have to be our truth. So if you're at this phase of life where you got a big transition coming up, or you're going through the ringer, or you're just crushing it, everything's just going great in your life, just take note. See where your feet are at today, how you're feeling. Check in with yourself, because that's where your power's at. And then the whole purpose is just to remember that strength and that power. Because there was a phase in your life where you were like super stoked on yourself. You're like, bro, I'm like the most baddest mofo around. And then months, years go by and you forgot that. You forgot that you had that moment. Well, that moment is still yours. That person is still you. The question is are you allowing yourself to check in, to tune in to that version of you? All these things you've gone through in your life, both good and bad and indifferent, they've all served a purpose. It's your mission, right? As a singleton operator, it's your mission to piece it all together, one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, until you discover the masterpiece that's truly sitting in front of you. And once you do that, your whole aperture of life will change. You'll stop looking out for the fulfillment and you'll start looking inward. You'll start seeing the kingdom of heaven within you vice thinking it's outside of you. You'll stop seeing how the power is in all these things you're giving attention to, and you'll start bringing it back to yourself and reclaiming your stuff. And that, to me, I think it's been the most important thing. But it's all doable. It's just a matter of how much do you want to play the game and what that game is to you. And everyone's different. But in my head, this is how the game is played, and this is what I'm doing. If you like this video, hope you like it, subscribe it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.